So, you want to hear about losers in basements, talking about kiddie stuff? Well, you found it. So sit back, relax, and maybe shoot a like button or two, huh? Get out of here, you're wasting my time.
That was beautiful, Matt. That was one of
That wasn't me, that was Marcus. He showed up.
Well, Marcus just showed up, but that was one of Marcus's. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fan Fiction. Once again, I am your host, Dan, and this is the co-host.
That's me, Matt.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hey, how was your week?
It was all right. We was parasailing, and we went down to the lake. And
you and parasailing every weekend.
Oh, every week, every chance I get.
Parasailing.
Landlocked like I am, it's just perfect.
It's just go down to the lake, parasail, come back.
I hate to break it to everybody, but there is no lake.
I know. We all knew. We were in on it for you.
I know. But I feel like we can lie here and nobody can call me out on it.
Well, they can.
Oh, no.
I went and saw the Batman movie, which I realize when this actually airs is going to mean nothing to anyone.
So we're going to spoil it right now.
Yeah, I feel like we can. It's
Actually,
gonna
no.
It's going to be like a couple weeks after it. It was good. It was good.
Good.
It's long, though. Like, oof. It is
Titanic long.
It's a dense steak and potatoes kind of movie.
Oof.
Like, chew slowly. Pace yourself. We can get through this and you're going to enjoy the ending, but your jaw is going to be sore.
You're going to have that sore mouth feeling.
Anyways, as you can tell by Matt's beautiful intro, we are going to be covering
The Borderlands.
the Borderlands trilogy. Or no, not trilogy.
No, it's technically a trilogy. I mean, the pre-sequel kind of,
Yeah, but I mean, it was a full game. So you can. So four. What's a four game?
quadrilogy?
Sure.
Quadrilogy? Is that right?
I love it.
I'll look it up some
We're
other
moving
time.
on.
We'll
We're
fix
gonna
it in
call
post.
that. We're fixing it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
So Matt, I usually like to start off this way. Tell me your experience with the Lands of Border.
Well, it raised me as a child. It fed me throughout my teen years, but then it booted me out.
Yeah, well, you needed it that time.
Right.
Borderlands was being
and
way
I think
too
we
nice
all
to you.
grew up at that weird time when it first came out when Cage the Elephant was a thing.
Yep.
And so that brought back a lot of memories every time they show up. And it's always a fun time when they show
Well,
up.
no matter what, their intros are put the controller down
yeah.
and enjoy the next couple of minutes.
It's probably one of the only series where I don't ever skip a cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
Ever. Even when I'm replaying it.
Not many cutscenes throughout the whole thing, though, now that I'm looking back.
No, but damn, were they great.
They are good. Yeah,
So good.
So I actually, and I think I should be honest with everyone, I kind of skipped Borderlands 1. Good gasp. So it came out, and I think I just, for whatever reason, it passed by me. I'm not a big first-person
You
shooter.
never played the first one?
I did eventually, but
I was going to say, I thought you played Roland a lot in that one.
I passed up the first one, and then 2 came out, and then 2, everyone lost their mind.
Oh,
2
yeah.
was, oh my God, 2's so great.
It's
You
the
have to
worst
play
one.
it.
Yeah.
And so I chose Action or Axton.
Oh, well, if you want to go like all proper.
Axtion. Played it, loved it. Then I went back and played 1.
Oh, okay.
And then, which is weird because if you've ever played the second game and then went backwards
I've
to
done
play
that.
the first one,
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a tad jarring.
It kind of is.
Because everything's a little clunkier.
Yeah, it's a little sloppier.
Yeah.
With combat and stuff,
But it's still the core.
See, I started with 1 and I went straight to brick because
You would.
I
would.
love the giant meat monster.
Oh, yeah.
And
Meat
he's so,
shield
so
all the way.
fun. So fun.
So, and then after I did that, then 3 came out and I bought it.
Yeah.
But I didn't really play it. It was like one of those things where it's like, I can't wait to play this. And you just put it next to the PlayStation and then life goes whatever way it does. And you never really get your hooks into it, right?
Yeah.
And then from what I remember, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, COVID hit. You guys remember that. And I think somebody had told me, hey, you need to start playing Borderlands 3. They've upped the drop rate of legendary and epics to where like you can do whatever, like you kill a regular old plebe and all of a sudden like a legendary is going to drop out.
Yeah. And that was the beautiful thing. Like COVID had dropped right when that did, right around the same time-ish.
Was it,
like,
did they do it on purpose? Like they knew a lot of people were going to be staying in and
I actually heard that the people who made Borderlands actually,
Gearbox.
Gearbox, they actually released COVID into the populace just to get people to stay home.
This is it. So
It was their big prank, but it went too
Wuhan
far.
lab right next to the Gearbox
They actually dropped it off
manufacturer.
to Wuhan.
Got it. Okay.
And they were like, what is this? And
Man,
then, oh,
we are-
no.
This is some breaking news, everyone.
They just found that out today. So,
Just
you know,
today.
and that'll be dated by the time you guys
This
listen
is going to be
this,
on
so.
Fox News in 17 minutes, just to give you a heads up. Tucker Carlson will repeat this word for word.
So these two losers in a basement.
like very trusted losers. Like
I don't know if I
two
can
of
do a
the
good Tucker
most. I don't want to do a Tucker Carlson impression on our show.
Hey there, guy.
I'm already
that
mad
came
at
out
you.
Kermit the
I'm
Frog.
already
I'm
mad.
done. I'm done.
Hi-yo, Tucker Carlson here.
God, I want that
Anyways,
universe.
Anyway, so they started dropping all of these new guns,
Right.
And then my love for it just reconnected. Hit 3, hit the DLC, jumped back to 2, hit the DLC,
Right.
and then just enjoyed the whole thing.
Now, let me guess who you played in 3.
In
Because
3,
I don't know who you played, because I think we barely played with each other in 3.
Okay, we need to talk about 3
I
because
feel like
I have
you would
some
play
controversial opinions.
Zane? Were you a Zane?
He was one of them.
Okay.
Yes. He was not my first go through though.
Because I stuck with one person pretty much the entire span of 3.
Who?
See if you can guess.
Oh, you. I don't know. You're always. There wasn't really
Was
a
it
meet.
Zane?
Oh no,
was
no,
it
it was
Flack? Was it
no, it's the
Amara?
girl who had the
Ah?
Maz.
Mose, yeah. good-
Mose,
Yeah, tank
yeah.
girl, yeah.
Because you love the tank.
Oh.
You love the tank. You're a tanker.
You were essentially playing like the villain from RoboCop 2.
No, yeah, just like the giant.
You have 10
chicken
seconds to
walker thing.
comply.
Like the Star Wars AT-AT
Yeah.
younger brother,
And then
that,
she just
like,
pops out of every once in a
didn't
while.
do
yeah.
anything in life and just stayed in his
Oh,
parents'
yeah.
basement.
Loved it.
That was great.
Mose is fun.
Nah, I Flack was
Flack.
because
That
I'm
makes sense.
anytime
You
any
can have
game where I
beasts.
can get a pet, I'm down. That's what I'm doing first of all.
I hated Flack playing
In
as
Diablo
him.
2, I'm a druid every time.
Yep.
Like anytime I can have somebody who's forced to hang out with me, like I'm down for it. I need a friend.
Yeah.
So if you force somebody to be my friend, 100%.
I mean, the
I'm
tank
there.
thing's kind of like your friend.
Yeah, but it but you could go and like pet your little thing, and it could be like a monkey thing.
I'm
or
just
a
petting it
little
on the
varmint.
inside.
I'm petting your steel because I love you.
You let me kill the thing.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you.
for the flamethrower, friend. So no, like I did Flack the first time, but then Zane is I think he was my favorite. I just like his attitude.
I feel like you played him the most.
yeah. And then
if I recall. It's been a long time.
yeah. So I actually, when I played 2, I did it wrong. I got the Game of the Year edition,
You
right?
did it wrong?
I did it wrong. Well, I mean, I did it my way, which is, so I started playing the game, blah, 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 having a good time. I was Axion.
I kind of like the
That's what I'm going to say.
quirky, yeah.
Yeah. And the
Axion.
second I got to the ability, or the second I could go to a DLC, which I think was the Island of Dr. Moreau's
Oh,
kind of zombie
Island Dr. Zed.
Island of Dr. Zed, thank you.
Something like that, yeah.
And I
That was a great one.
Instantly went there.
That was
and
a
I
fun
didn't
DLC.
progress the story. I just started hitting.
I just stayed
all-
on the island.
I just started hitting all the DLCs.
Oh, right,
Like
right,
the
right.
second I was the lowest level I could be, I would go do DLC.
Well, and then you had Bunkers and Badasses, too.
Oh, I played that one.
That was probably the best DLC I've ever seen for
And I
Borderlands.
know this game's probably out, and I cannot stress how excited I am for the Tiny Tina's.
Oh, yeah.
like-
If you're getting it, get the DLC.
Oh God, it's so great.
Play the DLC.
You know, it's its own game.
Yeah.
It's like I can't wait for that to come out. Like it's
Yeah,
its
it's gonna be
own
great.
D&D version. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
This just in, terrible flop. No one liked
It's
it.
like Warhammer, but not.
Yeah, right on the cover. It's like Warhammer, but not Tiny Tina's. Where was I going with this? Oh, so when you play Bunkers and Badasses, there comes to a point where you get these chests.
Spoilers.
Well,
I
there's
know.
chests in the game.
I just like doing that.
And so you can, I think, wager iridium.
Yes.
And so
Yep.
I had a lot, and so I just all of it, throwing all of it in there. Right?
Put it all on 6.
And it gives you 2 D20s, right?
Yes.
I got double 20s.
I had never gotten double 20.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. And so it gives me a assault rifle that shoots rockets and they're homing. And this gun is essentially a game breaker, right?
Ooh.
And so it's fantastic. And I wish I could remember the name of it. I'll have to load it up and see.
Yeah, I mean, after playing all 3 of them, the gun names kind of get muddled.
So then I do all the DLC and then I go back to the story and I'm way further leveled than I need to be in order to do this. I have a super mega gun that's just
Right.
mowing down people. And like the rest of the game was just a freaking breeze. Like I'm just one hit kills everything. So I had a great time doing it, but maybe it could have been a little harder had I waited and do.
Yeah, that's
DLC
kind of the
at
big
end.
thing. Once you get a good weapon in those games, it's pretty much snooze fest.
Well, no, it's so hard to get rid of it though.
Yeah.
You find one gun that's like, oh, this is it, and then all of a sudden you find one that's a little better, but you feel connected to this gun because you
Right.
just had been through so much.
I killed so many bosses with this one.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There was a really, really fun one that I had that like every time you reloaded, it was a different ammo type in there. So it would be
Oh,
like
yeah.
ice, 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 and then you'd have to reload, and it was like poison, poison, poison.
Well, see, Dan, you wouldn't have this problem if you played my favorite class in 2,
Oh.
which was the Gunzerker.
Oh, okay.
Then you just get to have multiple guns, and it doesn't matter.
I enjoyed the Gunzerker, but I'm also kind of a coward.
Salvador is amazing.
And so Axion had that shield and a turret. I was like, this is my bread and butter. Yeah.
Salvador has like the I can't die for like
I tried playing Zero
Zero's fun.
because Zero was the coolest one.
Yeah, Zero is the coolest.
Zero was the coolest, but I'm a bad sniper. Like I'm just
Ooh.
I don't like being that far away. I always rush up way too close, so I'm like not even scoping people, trying to kill them with a freaking sniper rifle. It's just
Yeah.
he's cool, but I just don't play sniper classes very well. Same with Mordecai.
I was going to say, which Mordecai to me, because he also has a pet
hmm
that has his own tree in the first
That's
one.
true.
Like, I
That's
figured that would have
true.
been right
Yep.
up your alley.
But I went rolling because
Yeah,
again,
you like them turrets.
I like getting in there. I like getting kind of face to face, and I like blowing people up with assault rifles.
Yeah, Roland's real good.
Roland is real good.
He was a real fun
R.I.P.
character. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
That's right.
So, I don't know.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. The one thing we absolutely haven't talked about, which is the beautiful, shining, glorious beacon of the Borderlands 1 and 2.
What?
Well, 2 mostly is Handsome Jack.
I don't know who that is.
You don't? You know what, man? I'm not surprised. You never do your research. For
I
this
skipped
show.
all the main villains in that game.
He thought Borderlands. No,
I just
I'm
run around
gonna-
the border.
that's a
I
joke.
just
I'm
run around.
moving on past that joke.
Where was he going?
But no, Handsome Jack, like his dialogue in 2 was outstanding.
It was like Oscar worthy and
Yeah.
all that. Like,
I mean, and even
amazing.
Claptrap, like the writing for these
oh
games
man,
is just outstanding.
really was. And like, it's Handsome Jack is pretty much like the Joker of that universe.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's too well written. You're never gonna. It was such a hard thing to have another game come after that. And
And I think that's why 3 got such
it got mixed reviews, I
got-
think, overall.
I think people enjoyed the gameplay. The gameplay was fine. The missions were fine.
right. There were
It
some technical
was-
things, but it wasn't anything major.
I think it was the overall plot of 3 that people didn't really care for.
yeah.
Namely the villains, Taina and Trevor Taylor,
the
Tom,
villains.
Team 2, Tommy Toon,
You were so close, and I love it.
Timmy.
I'm gonna let you go.
Tommy,
Go ahead. Let's see.
Trojan,
Oh, you were so close.
T and Tamara.
Troy and Tyrene.
Troy? I was just
Troy
watching
and Tyrene
Community too.
Calypso.
How dare I miss Troy?
You were so close. I was
Um,
like, oh, I was gonna be so proud of you.
And like everyone, I remember online were like, oh, they're the worst. Like they're a shadow compared to Handsome Jack. I actually really liked them because I absolutely hated them. Like the whole
Yeah.
taking the YouTuber generation, the spoiled, like self-inflated importance, daddy mommy issue kind of thing. And it reminded me of Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Kinda, yeah.
Everyone hated him because they were so good at just being the freaking worst.
Well, and that's kind of why I liked him for the first half of the game. I think my problem was I just wanted so much more. I wanted more plot there. I wanted them to really dig deep on that like schism between the two.
Oh, yeah,
that they
was-
like hinted at wink wink a few times, but then they just kind of made it a quick little oop boop gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the big reveal,
I wanted more.
the big reveal that they were supposed to be, what's his name? They're his kids. The guy who you're finding his things.
Oh, dang. I love him. I can't think of his
I
name. at
know
the
he's
moment.
like little
yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Oh, he was so great. What was his name?
Gosh, I can't remember it either. Oh, I feel so stupid.
Oh,
right
I do
now.
too. Hold on.
He's gonna look it up real
I'm
quick.
gonna look this up because that's gonna bother me.
Do,
Anyway,
do.
I know
Technical
exactly. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
that was probably one of my favorite parts of Borderlands.
Yeah, and
3.
like the
finding
big reveal.
him. Oh,
and
yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that part.
Like that part was just so good, and like even little missions. Typhon,
Typhon
Yeah.
because it reminded me of the DeLorean.
DeLeon,
yeah.
Typhon DeLeon.
Finding
Yeah.
all his little marks and hearing his
Oh,
story
man.
throughout the whole thing.
I love the voice actor for that one. I love like that character is just so good.
Yeah. Now, do you play online a lot with these whenever they were like active?
I
and
did,
popular?
I played Borderlands 3 when it was online and all that. I didn't really Borderlands 2 and 1 I kind of played just solo.
Sure.
Pre-sequel, I only played like briefly. I only did like a little bit here and there.
The only thing I really remember about pre-sequel is my brother-in-law owned it. And so whenever I was over there, that's, what I wanted to play.
That's kind of what I did. I played it through a friend's house. I was like, oh, okay. I played Wilhelm.
Yeah, well, I remember.
Yeah, because he had a fun little drones and stuff.
In 2, he is introduced and killed, and they're like, we're going to flush this guy
yeah. You know what? That was probably my biggest downfall of 2.
I just didn't care enough to
they
care.
build him up. He's like, he's like this big enforcer. And then when you fight him, he's like, that's fine as a giant robot thing or whatever because, he keeps augmenting himself.
Sure.
But it's such an easy, but forgettable fight almost.
I think we can and I shouldn't say this because I'm sure pre-sequel had its own merits, but really the core of why anyone played it is because you got to play as Claptrap or Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
That was the big, you finally get to be Claptrap or you finally get to play as Handsome Jack.
And Hammerlock's sister. And you had all these characters that
Sure.
were in Wilhelm who was built up. But
are any of those other characters still really continued on in the regular series? Because
maybe in clips, but
don't
not
really-
besides Claptrap and Doppeljack, not really.
Well, Doppeljack's in.
Well, you got to remember Nisha dies in 2.
Spoiler.
Oh, spoiler! Because she was
dare
dating Handsome Jack, and then you kill her in that western town. She's the sheriff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, the
Yeah.
DLCs. I just played, I think, so really quick, I know we're jumping ship, favorite DLC out of them all.
Oh, got to be Bunkers and Badasses.
Oh, yeah, besides Bunker
just-
and Badasses.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
take that one out of the mix because that one was just almost too amazing.
Honestly,
to exist. It's getting its own game.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It's just too good.
There's a gun that shoots swords. That's just magical.
Wasn't Torgs the DLC too?
Yeah.
That one's probably my
the
next
Torque
one.
DLC?
Yeah, that one was really
It was like
good.
Mad Max. It was hard.
It was like
Mad
Monster
Max.
Truck and Mad
Yeah.
Max. Yeah, that was great.
I just played the Lovecraftian one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about. I'm gonna change my answer. It's that one.
I was going to say, I'm going to say this and
Crap.
he's instantly
Yep,
going to change
I forgot
it.
about that one. That one's so
that
good.
was so cool. Just how creepy.
Love and tentacles.
Love
or
and
something
tentacles.
Like that.
And it was
Something
also
like that.
so sweet because they just wanted to have a wedding.
Right.
Love it.
I forgot about. Yeah,
that was
one,
a great one.
I take it back. That one's.
And Bunkers and Badass is great.
But I do love the Torg one though.
Oof,
I'm
Matt,
torn.
You got to put your foot down, man. You can't
I
be
love
this wishy-washy in
Lovecraftian. I
life.
love Mad Max. I don't.
No, we're going to sit here, everyone. We're going to have a moment of silence while Matt makes a decision.
Cricket.
What is it, Matt? We're all here.
It'll probably be
supportive for you. There's no wrong answer here. We're here for you.
I'm probably
Put your
gonna
phone down.
It's gonna be the.
Which one is it, Matt?
I guess 11 tentacles.
I knew it. I would have put money on it every single time.
It's too good. It's too good. That's the problem. They have such good DLCs, and sometimes the main story ones just don't add up to it.
Okay, so what type of gun carrier are you? Let's talk about the real nuts and bolts outside of the trees that your character gets, of course. And
We're talking about company guns, or we're just talking
let's
about
talk some company guns.
company guns?
Let's start bringing it in.
I can tell you my least favorite company guns are Malawan.
Really?
I just don't like the techie stuff.
Oh, really? Okay,
I like
that's
Torg.
fair.
I like it because it's heavy, flat off, because it just shoots a lot.
I don't remember the name of it. My least favorite was always the ones you had to pull start.
Oh, what were those?
It was mostly used by the Children of War or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think. I
And
know
it
what you're
just
talking
looked
about.
like it was a whole bunch of a friggin' motorcycle engine meets a chainsaw meets a flamethrower.
Probably was Torg.
It could be, but I never really cared for those. Jacobs were always.
Jacobs are always fun.
I just a good 6-shooter that knocks everyone out of the way. A good shotgun.
I do like theirs.
That was always good.
Really, yeah. The only one I don't like is Malawan.
Okay.
I just don't like that high tech, futuristic looking stuff.
All the extra stuff really made it though. I love the ones where you can once you're done, you throw it and it turns into a grenade.
Oh yeah.
And a new one just pops up in your hands. Those were always fun. Jacobs was fun. Malawan's fun.
Yeah, I mean, all the bonuses to them were great.
Oh yeah. And well, even just the little just the blurbs that you would put
Oh yeah.
at the very end. Skins are great.
Oh,
Loved
absolutely.
it. I always went lumberjack.
Really?
I just don't know why, but if you put my character in red plaid and make me look like I'm pushing bounty paper towels, I'm going to stick with that to the end of the game.
So let's talk something dark. Speaking of skins
Ooh.
and stuff,
Let's talk dark.
if you had to get rid of one character from each game as playable, who would you pick? Who's your least favorite from each
You're
one?
not going to like my answer because you already So I've said this before in the podcast, and I'm never going to change my answer. I don't like the mages. I don't play as mages.
Oh, you mean like the sirens?
The sirens. Yeah,
Really?
I don't play them. I don't.
Okay.
The cool thing about this game is the guns.
That is a good
And when
point.
you're a mage, or it's not a mage, when you're a siren, you really have to boil it down a tad bit, and you use your power so much more.
Well, what's funny too is in Borderlands 1 and 2, well, especially 1, Lilith didn't really feel like too much. Well, you could build her that way. However, one of her trees was specifically more gun-oriented, like stealth.
And it's been a long time since I played one.
Right. I was just saying, like, Lilith, yeah, if you build her that way, yeah, I could see. Because I think they all have a certain build where you can go gun or...
Each one has like an archetype. There is the sniper, the muscle, the assault rifle, and the mage. Like, I mean, it's just how most video games are going to work when you have to
I mean, they're definitely doing like the stereotypical RPG type.
Yeah. And so I usually, if I have to get rid of a character, even though...
no, I get what you mean, though.
Lilith
it makes sense.
ends up being like freaking one of the main
Phoenix from X-Men,
thing. She turns into a planet, right? Like she's on a planet.
Essentially, she goes Firebird into the sun or something, and like
straight up Phoenixed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She turns into Phoenix from X-Men and just goes, "I got this."
She's a
guys.
redhead. Wouldn't that be great? She just shows up in the new Doctor Strange movie
as Jean Grey. Like, where have you been?
She's still cell shaded and everything.
Oh,
like, I don't think I belong here. That's a terrible.
Why'd you go like a Doctor Who accent?
It just felt right at the time, even though it's very incorrect. Very incorrect. Everyone has a British accent when I do impressions of them, though. It's just who I am as a person. It's just how.
But no, I get what you say. I would probably, sirens are probably when I don't play nearly as much.
Okay.
But I agree. It is more about the guns.
Who do you get rid of? Who's your on the cutting room floor character?
For the first game, probably Lilith. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I kind of agree with that. The second one, I would probably say, probably Axton. Honestly.
Oh, hurtful.
I know. I just couldn't. I'm an aggressive player.
I don't know. Now, if we're including all of the like DLC characters, because like
I'm not getting rid of Gage.
I never played like the Technomancer. I never played her. I never really played Craig.
The Necromancer, she's great.
I ran into Craig in the DLC in 3.
Yeah.
And like Craig is now my new favorite.
Craig is fantastic. Actually, Gage the Necromancer is amazing too.
Really?
If you build her bot right, it gets insanely OP.
I mean, well, I'm sure if you spec any of them correctly.
Oh no, but she's just fun because you like pets and stuff. You would actually probably love her. But yeah, I would get rid of Axton because the other ones just have so much more. Going on. You know what?
I think Axton is probably
because even Borderlands 3 forgot about him.
Yeah. Oh no, they gave him in Salvador the DLC eventually.
Here's what they did to my boy Salvador. They're like, he's on a poster.
My boy Salvador.
He's on a poster in the Tentacles and Love thing.
Yep.
That's it.
Did you ever play it though?
Yeah.
It's basically an arena where you start out with 0 guns and you just have to kind of make your way through. I played about 6 seconds. I was like, I'm not into this.
No, it was kind of. But yeah, in Tentacles though, he's just got a wanted poster with all of his little. I mean, that's kind of funny, but haha.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Full disappointed.
And then 3. Who to get rid in 3? Oh, just say it. Say who you want to get rid in 3, Matt.
Mose. She's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I would probably get rid of Flack. I just didn't like him that much.
What?
We're just talking playable characters.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking NPCs. We're talking.
Flack's my guy, man.
I tried it. I just couldn't get it to work.
He was kind of the funnier one out of all 3.
No, like
some of the stuff he said.
Oh yeah, his voice lines and stuff are fine. It's just when I played him, I always got like just insta killed. I just couldn't.
Really?
I couldn't do it.
Have you tried being good at the game? Maybe that would help. Have you tried not being bad at the game, being medium at the game?
Can I talk to you in my office over here?
No. Last time I went into your office, terrible things happened to me. So no, we're not going into your office again. But if you got to get rid, okay, here it is, Matt. Yeah. If you got to get rid of one NPC, who would it be?
Oh, clearly Ava.
Oh yeah. Again with the angsty teenage
teen, and she got the Rey Skywalker treatment. I'm just good because I'm good, and I'm just taking over.
Well, she was at the monastery for a little bit. Speaking of, the level design in 3 is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I mean gameplay and level design, everything's a-okay.
The only thing I wish I could see in a new game, and we're gonna go into this a little bit more when we talk about like if we had to create a 4th, is so I don't play online a lot. That's usually what happens when you don't have a lot of friends. You play a lot of games by yourself.
I'm so lonely.
So you know how many times in like say for instance Borderlands 3, I've done the opening missions over and over again. Even if you change the character, like you start skipping through things. You don't like. I want them to have a little bit more of a randomness to what planet you maybe start on. So that way
you want more of an open opening.
Yeah. Like it doesn't feel so pathy.
Not to name drop, but like Mega Man. where
No,
you get 8 different state. What are you
nothing
talking
like
about?
Mega Man.
That's exactly what you want. Mega Man starts out,
Matt,
you choose from 8 different
I
stages.
refuse to acknowledge any.
Okay, let me give you a different one. That's
anything to be more like Mega Man.
Let me pick a game that's very similar. The Bucky O'Hare game for NES.
There it is. Thank you. Was that so hard?
Captain Bucky O'Hare.
But even like with
nobody
Mass
gets
Effect,
that reference.
Even with Mass Effect, at a certain point, like I mean, and I know the DLC you can jump around, but like, I guess Mass Effect's not a great one. Like Diablo 2. No, 1. Diablo 1 is where
1 is probably more,
the missions.
Actually, you were kind of right with Mass Effect because Mass Effect, they railroad you in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then you can kind of go wherever you want.
Like, I just.
I mean, yeah.
And you're on that first planet for so long. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, here's how to shoot something, here's how to do this, and then you're free. It's like, all right, you're gonna be here for like 6 hours, like because you have to do this and this and this. And you should be this level to be this far, and like. I just want to get into the game. I want to get going. And when you have to constantly
you just want more of an exploration kind of open world.
Yeah. I just want to be able to jump into something else, start fresh.
And which would make sense. Yeah. You know what? I kind of agree with that. Like make it more about like the vault hunting.
Yeah.
Like let's wrap up the thing with the vaults.
Nope. That's going us into.
Oh, are we go? Oh, yeah, am I jumping ahead?
We still have a little bit more before we jump into the second part of this.
But yeah, no, I agree. Let's make it more open worldy.
I don't know.
And honestly, back to Ava too, like, can we just stop disrespecting the previous characters? Because that's all Borderlands 3 did. Yeah. And that's what irritated me the most.
Well, it's like, and we had kind of joked about this before we started recording, that you have just been chomped alive, scarred, burnt to death, and like you're fine. And then all of a sudden, well, it's the joke when somebody dies in a cutscene, you know they're really dead. But like you've just gone through this whole beast, like and
that was a pretty decent boss, yeah.
And like you've taken these hits, and this person gets hit one time, but since it's in a cutscene, they're dead.
And my favorite part about that whole thing is like, yeah, you just got done doing that. Ava's next to you. You got Maya right behind you. Like, don't worry, kiddo, I'm here, doing like the Han Solo stuff, and Star Wars spoiler, and like
you're real late to the game if that's still a spoiler.
But like, yeah, you go through this big boss fight, and you're all 3 standing there, everything's cool, and then literally the twins just Fist of the North Star teleport behind you. Maya will move, they will shindu you, and just stab her and kill her.
Yeah,
and then Ava's like, I guess I'm the new chosen one. And it's like, and she's like, I'm going to pass my power. I'm like, whoa, like, don't just pass it so easily.
All, I'm the main character here. Like, we just picked her up.
That's what bothered me the most is your person is just literally standing there doing nothing.
Yeah.
No matter who you're playing.
Killed the thing, by the way.
Just killed this giant.
That was awesome.
You're not going to try and stop them because there's a good long, like, conversation they have. It's not like they just, dink, got you when you were looking. No, they like walk up and it's ridiculous.
Then let's get into the real crux of like what I think my problem for 3 is.
Lazy kill.
And we've talked about this a little bit probably at nauseum at this point, is that this game specifically, I felt that my character wasn't involved in the story at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so they're like, hey, Vault Hunter, go do this. And then your character would say like, okay, or
they'd have a quippy little line.
Quippy little line. And then they disappear into the story. Like I feel like the other games, like Roland's presence was every single time he talked to somebody. Like
I do feel like it was missing like a little bit of heart.
And then I know you could go and find their little like clips and get their like a 30-second backstory.
I don't even think Axion even had that in there.
Oh, if you play 2, like you find a whole
I'm talking about in 3. I don't think they even gave Axion.
Oh no, he's a poster on a wall in 3.
Yeah,
he's just DLC. That's all he is. But which is fine because really Axion's kind of vanilla bean character.
Yeah.
I just like shields and I like turrets, so I always choose
He's kind of like a gun-heavy Captain America.
But I just, and we can get a little bit into this, when we're making 4, I want my character to feel ever present in the story. And not just, I think they just slapped, everyone calls you a Vault Hunter because they didn't want to have to record somebody saying your individual name that many times.
It's kind of like what MMOs do. They just go like, oh, chosen one. Or,
hello, champion of Insert City here.
Exactly.
And it's,
hello, wanderer of the shadows.
And I get it. I get it why it's done. It makes sense. It's
because you can't get 1,000 people the same. Yeah.
But at the same time,
but this is 4 characters.
Like all we're asking them to do is like say this line 4 different ways. Just acknowledge who I am and who I've chosen, so that way I can feel a little bit more involved in the story.
And don't tell me they can't do it, because I literally just played through Mass Effect 2 again. They do it all the time. In that.
Oh, yeah.
Who, depending on who's in your party, they can do it. I know you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
The technology is there.
And we're on the PlayStation 5. All right, you can
PlayStation
put some
4 and
straight.
5.
You can put some straight up memory storage into these.
Right.
All right, guys, we will see you after break.
Welcome to our new podcast. Welcome to our new podcast.
This isn't working.
Agreed. I think we're going to have to do it turn by turn.
Well, now that you mention it, we are a brand new RPG video game podcast.
Our very existence hinges on turn-based gaming.
So join us on the Turn by Turn podcast, where we'll be talking about
Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Golden Sun, Shining Force, Mother, and so many more.
It's your turn to come and join us.
Say, friend, have you ever thought to yourself, 2 cigars just isn't enough today?
Have you ever been smoking a cigar and thought, man, I have a lot of extra space in my mouth right now?
Well, you're in for a treat. Because with the Smoke Zerker 4000 cigar holster, you too can smoke 4 cigars at the same time.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Simply place the holster in your mouth, light them up, and suck away.
And then cough for days.
Cough for
The
weeks.
coughing is the best part of a cigar.
And you'll also be saying, oh, so good.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Hey there, podcast listeners. I am David,
And I'm Kate.
and together we host a podcast that you might be interested in if you like The Legend of Zelda.
There are lots of awesome podcasts out there and a lot of awesome Zelda podcasts out there.
That's right, Kate, and we are another one of them. In fact, that is the name of our show, Another Zelda Podcast.
And in our show in particular, we talk about some of our favorite dungeons, characters, boss battles. We do a couple top 10 lists here and there.
We have some deep dive episodes, and we even pepper in a couple quiz episodes.
We talk about our own experiences. We do some review episodes, talk about our challenges, our struggles, and our victories.
That's right. If it has to do with The Legend of Zelda, we talk about it.
You can check out our episodes on our website, anotherzeldapodcast.com.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and a lot of the other podcast services that are out there.
And you can also check out our episodes on our website, anotherzeldapodcast.com.
All right, we will see you there.
Okay, bye.
And just like that, we're back.
Oh, I had a great nap.
We're getting real close to Matt's bedtime, everyone.
So sleepy times.
So sleepy. Well, wake up, son. We got a whole second half to get
Oh,
through.
goodness.
Okay, so in the second half of this, I think what I really would like, and I hope you would like to, come on this adventure with me, is
Come along.
let's start really talking about what 4 needs.
Yeah.
Borderlands 4. I think it's announced that
It's
they're
probably
working
already
on
in the
it.
talks. Yeah. I mean, they're going to keep making those until people stop
yeah,
throwing
they
money
still
at it.
sell like
Oh,
amazingly.
absolutely.
So
They're still fun games. They're
and
still going to
I
sell.
know there's a tirade of things that I want to get to, but let's get to what I think the core of this whole thing is the villain.
Yeah.
We have to learn from the mistakes of how people like took 3, and we need to find somebody who is personable. We need to find somebody it's got to be funny. Like, let's be honest.
Humor's always going to be,
humor has to be tied into this
to a certain degree.
And there's one voice actor that I want, because I don't know how he'd frame it, and we can get there. But if he's up to it, I want Tim Curry to be the voice of the villain for 3. I don't know how yet. We'll figure it out. But like, I miss him. And I think this would be an amazing way for him to just show that he's still got some chops on him.
Okay, what would you have him do?
Well, I mean, so...
Because I'm thinking a completely different route than you, but that's fine.
So what route are you talking about?
First you.
Well, I mean, I don't have it all fleshed out, but like, and I want to go back to Tim Curry, not Rocky Horror.
Not it.
I want Clue.
I
want Clue Tim
not
Curry.
Legend with the big devil horns?
No.
Okay.
I want... And I know he's gone through some medical issues, so I'm not sure how fast he can talk anymore, because Clue was very much like 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 and was kind of a tongue twister.
His
at
butler.
times. His butler, but like I want that like overly confident slightly neurotic at times.
Kind of knows more than you at all times.
Yeah, and like his voice just naturally holds that.
I could see that working.
You know, and I don't like. We'll get to like
more of a
where and how.
Riddler type villain then.
Yeah,
If
something
we're
like that.
Very Riddler feely.
Or like maybe he can be your like quest giver. We can do like an angel.
No. Keep it a villain. Keep it a villain.
Well, yeah, but like he can be the villain in the end, but he's on your side for a little bit because he's also charming. Like
True.
He's got that schmoozy. You're gonna listen to him, you know. Like he's just got that butterscotch kind of lure with his voice. Yeah. And I think especially when it comes to a villain, voice actors are everything.
Well, I think it's funny you mentioned butterscotch too, because I believe in the DVD, whatchamacall, where they all talk. The commentary. He actually mentions that he had nothing but butterscotch in his pockets while filming that. So,
filming what?
Clue.
Are you kidding? Did he really?
No,
you're making this up. I was like, "There's no way that's a thing." Be true. I was like, "God dang it, Matt! You got me again." Like, really?
Butterscotch?
That's so fantastic.
Butterscotch?
What a fun fact.
Oh, you're dead. Butterscotch.
Oh, butterscotch. He just puts them in their mouth. This is like they're passed down the floor. He's like, "Shh, little sweet for the ride to heaven." Like
the river Styx requires two butterscotch on your eyes.
He's like, "No more. I'm diabetic." Because he's like crossing across.
The ferryman requires.
Okay, so that's what I want, or maybe like a covert. So here we go. Just spitballing right here.
So we got the villain. What would be the plot?
So what if I want to move away from the vaults. I know we're going to have to use them.
I'm going to get overgasped on this episode.
We're going to get to the vaults. So the vaults have to be tied in. I mean, it's Borderlands vaults we're vault hunters, right?
I like treasure.
But what if we decide that it's like a military complex thing, you know, and he's your general or he's a private or he's your secret special ops person, right? And you're in charge of going down. And this will be years in the future or like a different planet altogether.
You're kind of tying into like, you could even tie it into like Borderlands 1 where they have that kind of military complex that was their kind of the main villain.
Yeah.
But then they kind of dropped things about it.
Yeah.
With Commandant Steele and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So something like that.
You could tie it into that.
Because I just want Tim Curry's voice to be the constant luring antagonist of this whole thing, regardless.
That sexy voice in a robe luring you.
I just think just having him like, and I can't do a Tim Curry impression. I'm not going to do a Tim Curry impression. But I think if for a game that's so reliant on somebody reading and you hearing like their monologues and everything, I can't think of another person besides Tim Curry that I think could.
Oh no, he's pretty amazing. Yeah, that'd be hard to top.
Even if we could time travel and take Clue Tim Curry, if he can't do it now, that'd be.
I'll even take Muppet Treasure Island Tim Curry.
Oh man,
that'd be a charismatic villain.
Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, great movie.
And it's got jokes.
It's jokes for days. And a sweet little boy singing in falsetto that you can't help but slightly cringe, but he's trying. He's trying.
That was the only rough part of that one. Yeah.
You know that guy works at a Denny's now. Fun fact. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
what was his name? Exactly. Moving on. Like, okay.
Well, touche. You got me. I don't know.
Kermit, and if you weren't Tim Curry, you weren't in that movie.
Right. If you weren't a Muppet with a name.
Except, wait, was it Billy? What's his name? Oh, Billy Bones.
Oh,
like, what was his name?
It's going to come back to me when I'm.
The famous Scottish actor. Oh, he's in Boondock Saints too.
It'll come to me when I'm like in bed.
He's in it too. He gets credit, but everyone else.
He was great.
I'm just picking on the little kid who's probably now like 40 something. Okay. Hopefully not working at Denny's, but working
just eating at Denny's.
Moving on. I've dug a Denny's hole. No, what
Denny's? Eat their waffles.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Denny's. If you're
Remember the Gandalf turkey dinner?
Wait, if you're ever awake at 2 a.m. and want to go play pinochle with some people, Denny's. It's yeah. Hey, they haven't caused you diarrhea in a while. Why not give them
just
another
bring
shot?
back the Hobbit menu already. Jeez,
oh God, the Hobbit donut.
I miss those days.
Hobbit holes.
The Hobbit holes.
Wasn't it like
actually?
It was like a turkey, like
it was Gandalf's turkey dinner.
Yeah. Oh God, we ordered a lot.
Tell you
of
what,
those.
I would love to see that in a Borderlands game. Gandalf's turkey dinner.
I want to see Borderlands reach out to Denny's and have a menu just based off Borderlands stuff. That's a whole podcast in itself. Capitalism.
Is it weird?
Hooray.
The first thing that popped in my head was like that intro scene where the one bandit dude's like blowing his brains out. What if he was blowing his brains out and that was the plate? It was just like pancakes covered in a bunch of raspberry goo. And that's
or like it's a.
I figured that's like what everything would be.
It's a strawberry cherry vanilla yogurt bowl.
Yeah,
so it's just like
something
goopy
gross
and like it's got chunks of granola in it. Skag meat.
Oh,
you know, that's their like meatloaf or something like that.
Mystery meat, yeah.
Well, this turned into a very fun conversation. We're already into product placement for the fourth game. But you had mentioned that you wanted to talk a little bit about how you saw the villain play.
Correct. So you wanted to go the Tim Curry route, more charismatic, kind of that, but charming, probably more charming than more charming than evil, because Handsome Jack was very evil and very charming. So you're kind of toning down the evil, but turning up the charming.
Sure. Yeah.
I think what's more personable as a villain than a faceless corporation?
Really? Okay.
Let's bring in the corporation like heads. I mean, we did a little bit in 3.
Sorry, I guess that wasn't a really good cover of me opening a drink. Sorry, go ahead. A little delayed there, McCoy. A little delayed.
I was worried for you. I was like, oh, does he need a tissue?
Yeah, he's like, he opened the drink and then coughed seconds later. Like, clearly they're unrelated. No.
Ignore me.
That was a poor judgment.
No, but anyway, the corporations, they briefly touched on a couple of them.
Okay.
Like, I guess they touched on a majority of them, but
in 3, you straight out fight Malawan.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you fight Malawan's leader, the leader Jacobs get married, Torg. Like, let's bring in, like, more. I want more of the corporation wars.
Let's get these
let's get all of them out.
I mean, like, so Jacobs,
because doesn't he,
2 or 3?
Jacobs is in 3.
That's a big part. Malawan.
Let's get Jacobs involved. Let's get I want all the corporations fighting, and I want you to be able to choose
gun war.
One.
Let's just call it Borderlands 4 Gun War.
You get to pick a faction from the major corporations, pick one, go. I think that'd be amazing.
Okay, and then you could even have like Risk, where you have to take over territories or something like that. And
let's make it real crazy and fun.
That would be fun.
And honestly, Dan, that would even fix your problem of like open world. You could start with whatever corporation you wanted.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still get to be a freelance vault hunter. You don't call them vault hunters anymore. You're just freelance meat fodder. I mean, I think the game would call you like, oh, pick a meat fodder. You're just
pick a meat fodder.
Pick the human shield that you will be playing as this entire time.
Or you know what? Screw it. Even make just a nameless character. You can just start out as a peon in this like faction
like
war.
a stormtrooper kind of thing. Like
let's just start like
and this is so. I think I've told everyone this. I'm a little bit of a hippie. You know what I don't want to see?
Flowers and guns.
A gun that shoots flowers would be pretty fascinating.
I'd be down with that. Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Poison ivy barrel.
Murder flowers, though. I want these flowers to be like real, like just melts the skin off. But and then I have this problem with numerous games. Is that I hate it when like to get to the first 5 levels, you have to kill innocent animals in the surrounding area.
Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of that.
Yeah, we've done that enough.
Like skags, I walk out and they're like, you got to kill those skags. I'm like, first of all, those skags have been here before I got here. Why do I have to just start going into their homes?
It's like, you do know if I just don't go over those skags, I don't even know I exist.
Like, I'll kill somebody who shoots at me, but this skag was just living its life. It's got a baby.
And then we did that with like the second one, like the Wendigo thing or whatever.
Yeah, and like these things, it's like, hey, there's a thing just having a good old time on a Saturday night. Can you go murder it so that way you can maybe get a gun you won't use? Thanks, guys. Good quest. So
see, this one will be great because you just shoot corporate jockeys.
Yeah, a stormtrooper murdering other stormtroopers.
Right.
I'd be down for this.
Yeah, and you know what? You could even make 4 new characters, or you could just make it nameless. I think that'd be fine.
So let's keep your idea, but how do we incorporate Tim Curry into this? So
you could make it.
Is he?
You could just pick one of the like Vladov or some other one we don't know the corporate head for, and make him one of the heads.
Okay.
Make him a talking head.
Okay, what if we do a thing where like
make your own, make up a whole new corporation? You could easily do it.
What if that's it though? What if he's your like he's your handler? He's the guy who's in your ear.
Oh, he could be your manager. There you go.
Yeah, your manager. Oh, because now it's like a celebrity thing.
And how about every time you do a mission, you get offers from other corporations?
And he's like, because I know they're into like he's your PR agent.
There you go.
So he's like, look, if you're gonna be a vault hunter. It's a celebrity status now because they've gotten so rich. Roland's so famous. Brick's so famous.
I would love to see them do a game like that where it's not just on the rails.
So you have to kill people, but you have to do it in a very explosive, fun way. And you get style points in this because the more style points you get, like the better, PR rating you get, which gives you something, blah, 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 blah.
That kind of feeds into like Final Fantasy VIII with like the seed rank. Your military rank in that game, like depending on what you do and how fast you do things.
I'm going to blow your mind, Matt, and let you know I have no clue what you're talking about.
So, Dan, there's a thing called SEED, SEED, and for some reason the S and the D are capitalized.
I understand what a seed is.
No, you don't, because it's an acronym.
It's an acronym, you
don't plant a seed in the Seed Academy, do you? No, or maybe you do. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Going on. Moving on.
No, but your rank is based on how you do things, how quickly you do it. There's a bunch of different factors, and your rank dictates your money.
Okay.
So you could do that. You could have that type of system in there. You could easily make it like performance based. And I think it'd be cool just to have like random,
especially since you can be in like a gun or you can be in a car a lot, you know.
Oh yeah,
like
random little things like that would
vehicle
make
kills,
it so
running
fun.
people over, explosive damage.
Right. Depending on who you work for, is how you have to style it.
So
It's like if you're working for Torg, explosions.
So
you get more
to
publicity.
pick. You get to pick which gun
Manufacturer,
company you work for first.
Right.
Okay. And then somehow we have to merge.
They're having
this
a
all
job
together.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
A job fair for I like that.
And they're all fighting over the same territory.
Or it's like,
and there just so happens to be 3 vaults or so on this.
So it's the opposite. It's not that you have to get PR. It's not that the vault hunters are celebrities. Excuse me. It's that like everyone has become a vault hunter. No one's found a vault.
Right.
So as a vault hunter, you're like the bot, like you're unemployed.
I think it'd be great.
And it's just like now you're at a job fair.
The jokes could write itself.
Because you just literally have nothing else to do. No one's heard of a vault. No one's seen a vault.
They don't even believe in
You're
vaults
literally
anymore.
walking around filling out paperwork, like here's your email address and like waiting for a call back. And he like Tim Curry can be your what's a job getter guy?
Oh, headhunter.
Headhunter, yeah. Headhunter. That makes a lot of sense.
And then again he goes, get it, headhunter, and he attacks you.
I can't see again.
Get it. I can't even do it.
I'm not going to do it. It just would be disrespectful to the amazingness that is Tim Curry. But I do, if you buy me a beer and take me to a karaoke, I do sing I'm a Sweet Transvestite beautifully.
That is true.
I'm really proud of it. It's one of my go-tos.
You should see his hips move during it.
Yeah, I don't do it in southern Missouri as much as when it was great in Chicago. I'm not really going to swing that down here.
Do it.
Yeah, that'll go great.
You get on that stage and you make with Purdy.
Okay, so then you pick whatever gun company that you want.
Yeah, any of the manufacturers.
And then of course you get you choose the guns.
Right, they'll give you
right
like
off the bat. They give you like some shenanigans.
And I'm sure there'd be a way, like, depending on your performance and all that, they'll give you certain like level ups and things, and you could do a whole thing on it.
And then you get to choose which gun company you go after first.
Exactly. And
we'll
if you want to switch sides at any point, depending on your performance. And honestly, I think it would be even better, like depending on which ones you're fighting at the time, they don't want you because you're blowing their stuff up.
And then this could really lead into a amazing online capability where hey, I really like the Jacobs Corporation. Me and my friends can defend the Jacobs.
Me and all my homies
and manufacturers.
Love Jacobs.
And you get in like raids where,
oh yeah,
you could do this. This would be pretty fun.
There's so many things you could do with it.
Okay, so
but I do. Now, back to your Tim Curry point.
Okay.
I would love if Danny DeVito was one of the voices for him. Like,
I mean,
and
they already used his likeness for
typing.
Yeah, of course he was.
Oh, absolutely. No, but like, just think about Danny DeVito. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, I want Frank Reynolds.
I was going to say, you want Frank Reynolds.
I want the Warthog.
You want the Warthog?
The real business version of Frank for anybody who's watched Always Sunny.
So where is he in this game?
Oh, just any one of the corporations, just as a mean tough guy.
I think he's Marcus's brother.
Okay.
And he's starting his own rival gun shop.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
Right. Or and that could be all the side missions. Which one of those are you working for?
You constantly play back and forth.
That'd be great.
Just to hear Danny DeVito attempt a Russian accent, would be worth it. Here's my $60.
Yeah, here's $60.
Here's the Fry meme. Take my money.
Yep,
like that would be fantastic.
Done. Easily.
Okay, so we have. Okay, then let's talk about the characters. We have the villain. We have a general plot, which I think is I would play this Borderlands Gun Wars
because I love playing
and
games
the A
like that.
Can be a 4. WAC.
Like they did with
Flack. Already box art. So
Flack did that in 3.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's talk about 4 or 5 brand new characters. I like 5.
You could do that. I think we do 4, and then the 5th could just be Nameless Joe, and it's just random dude that you just make your stats and make your own character.
Or he's hard mode. He has no tree. He's just you and me. There's no special abilities that we have. You just get guns.
No.
I said we have to go through and shoot.
I said we give him a tree, but the tree's really bland. It's like he's a little bit better at shooting.
Like food tastes better. Like it has nothing to do with combat.
Make a joke character. Yeah, it'd be funny.
That's what this game needs.
Robots treat him nicely.
A hard mode joke character to really show how good you are at this game.
Oh, I agree. Kind of like a Dan Hibiki.
Or something like that.
Like a joke character, yeah. I think it'd be hilarious. It fits right with the game too.
Or one of them can be Butterfingers, where it's like you get increased ammo damage, but there's a chance after every like 6th reload you drop your gun and you have to like scramble around on the
4
floor.
feet in front of you, you're like, oh no.
And so then you have to like get on the ground, like crouch down and go and grab it while people are shooting at you. You drop every third.
Well, now I just think we should make a movie.
You drop every 3rd grenade at your feet, and he's like, beep, oh no, and you got to run.
That'd be great.
I'd play this game.
Oh, absolutely.
So we have the joke character,
and then
which has no real.
And obviously, you got to
skills.
stick to the same.
I mean, there's got to be a siren. There's always got to be a siren.
I feel like we just get away from sirens for a little bit. I'm sick of sirens.
How do we keep a siren but make it new? That's the real question.
I think you could do something like the Necromancer,
okay,
where you make it more tech and kind of, she's kind of a necromancer, but you kind of dabble a little bit more with the technology aspect.
I'm trying to think.
Like the circuit breaker, and they're really good at like electrical things and like arc shocks and stuff.
I always think of something like a siren, but their powers are fighting. Like, what if the powers didn't want to be?
Well, they kind of did that with 3 with Amara. Amara was kind of like a fisticuffy melee siren.
Yeah.
So they've done that. I'm just so sick of the siren lore. I get it. It's fun, but like we did comic books about it. We did all this other stuff. Like we have like 8 new siren. Like, I mean, how many new sirens did we get in 3? We got Ava, Tannis.
Tannis became
one.
Like,
oh my God.
So 2? Like, it's not that many. Like,
yeah,
really.
but still. But then you add in Lilith.
But
and
Lilith
then
is
Maya.
gone, so we actually lost one.
I know, but
we lost 2 sirens in game 2, so really we're
but we had 4 at one
sirens.
point alive.
I don't want Ava to be a playable character.
No, she was terrible.
I mean, I didn't hate her.
It was just the way they wrote her. It just wasn't that good.
I think I didn't care for her because the second you met her, you knew her plot.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It was just like, she's like,
it was spoon-fed.
Hey, I want to be just like you. And you're like, oh no, you're
and then Maya was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, so I'm gonna die, and then you're gonna take the mantle, and you're gonna be super like
very Star Wars.
The second she opened her
Yoda,
mouth, like her entire plot just was like laid bare in front of it all.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
then just too much. Yeah, too
and it's
much
just,
of just
and
a
it's
spoon
fine because there was no shock with her.
No,
you know, it was just like she didn't do anything crazy.
And like I said, that scene where they kill Maya, you just
she was
immediately knew.
Oddly safe and boring as a character. The voice actor did fine.
Oh yeah, that part's
we're not
fine.
talking about that. It's just the actual plot of the character was kind of
like I said, the writers really dropped the ball on that. Like,
you
didn't make me care about it.
Do we want to play as a Claptrap character? I know we've done that before. How do we incorporate Claptrap? The fact that we have talked this much about Borderlands and have mentioned Claptrap like twice.
That is rare.
We have really been dancing around the
Oh yeah, I mean we've already had him as a playable in the pre-sequel, and he was fun. Definitely a fun character.
I think he works better as an NPC though.
I do too. As fun as he was in pre-sequel to play as, like, yeah, he's way better like on the sidelines doing stuff.
Yeah. How do we bring him in?
I would honestly, I mean, he's one of those characters you could literally just make up any reason he could be there, and he's just there.
I would want him like he's retired.
Okay.
Maybe he's the pilot of the bus that you're on.
Oh, he takes Marcus's job like in the first game.
Yeah. Or something like that.
So you want to hear a story?
Or just something where you have to interact. But I want to give him a role because in 3, he's just kind of in the back doing nothing. Like he has a little side mission here and there, but nothing.
He does a couple funny things like on the ship and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's just a side note. You can ignore Claptrap almost.
2, he had a pretty big plot.
Oh yeah, 2
he was pretty important to the story. 1, he kind of took like a backseat role like he did in the first game in 3.
Yeah.
This one, I think it'd be fine if he was just. I feel like they should. You know what? Let's just put him in a DLC.
You know what? I hear you.
Yeah.
But I disagree.
Really? Make him like the plot of a DLC.
I think he's just a thread that's important in Borderlands.
Oh, actually,
you got to put him in there somewhere.
Okay, I got it. They've stripped him. So in my version with all the corporations, one of the corporations strips him down and makes him into a gun.
Okay.
And you can win him as a gun, and he'll talk to you if you have him equipped as a gun.
What if? I love this. What if? Here we go. He somehow we find out that he's pissed off all of the gun manufacturers at once. All right.
He's like a bounty?
No. And so they kidnap him. They disassemble him, right? And each brand puts them in a certain type of gun. And your job throughout the game is to reassemble him as you take over or you get this gun or something like this.
Oh, I like that.
So that way you have his voice separated and you can really stretch your creativity of writing is like how to make Claptrap funny without his voice.
Yeah.
So like say you just get his wheels first and you just see these wheels bumping into stuff, just like knocking stuff over, but still trying to be helpful.
Right.
And then, you get you get his shell. And so now you can have his arms flailing around and like how he tries to communicate, but he's still like how do you make Claptrap still very funny? Just make him not. And then vocal, like the last thing you get is his voice box.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it all makes sense. And then you can even have fun clues sprinkled in about what he's trying to say that you figure out later on. Why are we making this game?
I don't know.
Borderlands 4 Gun Wars. This is it. This is it, guys. Hey, Gearbox. Like
I love the simple title, Gun Wars.
So do I just say my social security out right now to get the checks from Gearbox?
I think we had to say our social security, our mother's maiden name, and our high school
at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
You didn't do it.
No, not again. You got me the first time, but not the second.
Not again, YouTube.
All right. So and then going back. We're getting off track. We have the villain. We have the plot. Mm-hmm. We have how we're going to incorporate Claptrap.
Oh yes.
We have a joke character for hard mode that's also really great. We have a siren that I think we're just gonna dial in and just put a siren in there, right? You have to.
No, you don't. You know what? No, get rid of sirens.
You can't get rid of. So then how we put in the mage?
Just
in there?
don't. Like I said, you could do like an electrician. Like they just have arc wires and things. You could do it with
Whiplash from Iron Man 2.
Like Whiplash, yeah.
Okay.
Have like a melee.
As long as it's voiced by Mickey Rourke, I'm fine.
Have a melee character that has flamethrowers, electric whips, or something like that. You don't need a siren. You can harness the power of nature without magic.
How do you mix techno and elemental? Techlemental?
Technomancer?
No, technomancer.
Well, I think we
already have a technomancer, don't we?
No.
That's the chick from 2.
Necromancer.
Oh, she's a necromancer.
Necromancer, like necromancy, yeah.
So it's okay. So we have instead
techno.
The first one. Okay, Matt, we're going first one without a siren.
Yeah,
maybe because sirens haven't been creating. Maybe that's why there is no siren. You know how people are born.
Well, remember they got to like pass their sirens or born. Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't there like another subplot where like there can only be like X amount, like the Sith?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure you can only have like 7, or maybe not. I don't know.
There's like a whole there's a whole monastery full of sirens, right?
No, not all of them. Only she was the siren there.
I don't know. I don't want to speak to this because I don't know the actual lore.
All I know is the sirens get complicated, muddy, and murky, and boring.
And I never read any of the comics.
And they all do this. The comics are pretty good, but I don't know. I just feel like there's just I hate the convolution of like all the siren crap.
Okay, so we're cutting sirens.
I'm just so sick of sirens.
We're done with sirens.
Lilith is cool, but like, oh my god, they gave her too much of a treatment.
We find out that all of the gun companies, although there is a giant war, we find out that they've been using vault tech here. That's where we're going to bring in vaults.
Yeah.
That they can find sirens when they're born, and they're kidnapping babies, and they're plugging them into a machine, and they're just living them like the Matrix, and that's how they're like powering their guns.
Yeah.
Big reveal at the end that
that'd be fine. If you want to do like a little tidbit on them, that's fine. If you want to do some lore, that's cool. But I'm so sick of the main story revolving around.
Okay, again, we're gonna do this for you, Matt. 0 sirens. But then now we're gonna do the what'd you call it? The
technomancer.
Technomancer. Okay. Then who's my pet person? Who you create a character that I want to choose? Who's my pet person?
Man.
We also have to have like the sniper. We have to have.
Oh, if you want to do the classic like stereotypes,
I think kind of because Flack was the sniper, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the pet and the sniper.
He was the pet sniper. Okay,
the pet sniper.
And then Zane was like the Digiclone Sentinel.
Yeah, he was kind of like the assassin. Digiclone. Yeah, and everywhere you built him, and Mose was like the flamethrower, like the grenade, like just kind of like the heavy.
Yep, the heavy hitter.
Pretty much just 3 versions of heavy.
Yeah,
but it was real fun.
Well, I think they realized that,
I think that's pretty much the class is the heavy.
No one you can play a sniper for a little bit, but eventually you're gonna have to get like in the battle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless I don't know.
Well, honestly, what they haven't really touched upon is like a shamanistic druid type class, where it's just pure part of so say there's a planet you go to and like didn't we have like a jungle planet in the 3rd game?
There was a bayou planet.
The Jacobs had the bayou planet.
Like a bayou
Why not have like a bayou person who's literally just like, they're good with guns, but they can like conjure, they can just like do a whistle and any random monster would appear.
I got you. What if the technomancer is a religious zealot?
Okay.
And so like in the entire time they're trying to push like some jokey form of Scientology onto everyone they meet.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And so like, I'm just trying to think of
Scientology.
Well, remember how we said we want our character to interact more?
Yeah.
To like the NPCs. And,
Yeah, they definitely need more
and so
personality.
if we
flair.
have a character that's like, hi, I'm blank. Have you talked about your Lord and Savior?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And everyone just goes like, no. And like just how everyone just like, oh, you're that person.
Yeah.
Like I think that'd be a fun.
That'd be fun, yeah.
Like kind of way, you know. And,
Same with like the Bayou Mancer or the Bayou Boy.
and we just have too many Mancers.
No, I'm sorry.
Everyone's a
sorry.
Mancer.
Bayou Boy.
Bayou Boy. That sounds like something
He's an
DC's gonna shoot out
He's an
next week.
ex-Jacob.
I also want like a pacifist.
A pacifist.
I don't know how, but like a pacifist.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do that one.
That's the only one I could. If you're gonna do a siren, and I know we already said no,
Actually,
but a siren that you don't use guns. It's all like that's the thing. You are 100% just your siren powers. You can't use guns.
That would be. I'd have to really come up with something with that. That's
I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd
be interesting.
We're gonna
but
put
it'd
that
be
on
strange.
That's an idea board.
Because, like you said earlier, this game is all about the guns.
It's all about the guns.
So it's hard
which
to
is
make a character without.
Seeming it's all about the guns. I think that much more reason to put somebody who's anti not using guns. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna go gun heavy.
Honestly, as funny as it sounds, you could just make a peacemaker character then. Like they're so anti-gun, they use guns to stop guns.
Oh yeah, the peacemaker. The soldier who like will kill a baby for peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
You use guns, but you hate them.
Yeah.
So you curse at the gun every time you use it.
You just like every time you shoot, you just say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That it would be
the apologist.
The apologist. Oh my gosh. I don't know what tree they'll have, but I want the apologist in there. There's the religious zealot.
Well, that's her name, the apologist.
The apologist who's sorry for everything they're doing. And then can we just get somebody from My Chemical Romance in there?
What?
I don't know why. I just want Gerard Way to be a playable character.
Let's just keep Gerard Way as an NPC. We don't.
Fine. Every time I try and introduce Gerard Way into things, you always shut it down.
Does Gerard Way even held a gun before?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think.
The man made Black Parade. He's got something in him, you know.
I mean, he's got mascara in him. I don't know.
That's true, and a lot of the eyeliners
probably. Maybe that's his ability.
Okay, maybe we'll put Gerard Way on the maybe board. But we need one more character. We need one more. We need the pet character, right?
No, that would be Bayou Boy.
That was a serious thing.
Yeah.
Bayou Boy.
So I think
you got to sell me this.
So not only does he whistle, he can also throw meat and random objects, and he'll summon whatever thing is attracted to said object.
Is this like spun off like maybe like the witch doctor from Diablo 3?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly the route I'm going.
Okay.
Like you throw skag meat and you get like a bigger monster.
Okay.
And you go, hey boy, and it's, just and he doesn't even talk coherently. He talks like the dude from Waterboy.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That gem of a movie.
And everyone can understand. I like that.
Everybody understands him except for the PC.
Is he just one pet? Like how?
No, just random. It'll randomly generate a pet, like a monster, like a skag.
Does he carry a pouch of pets? Like where are these pets
they just
at?
randomly come from the sidelines.
Oh.
You throw like a can of beer out and something shows up. Sometimes you get a bandit that shows up and
okay.
Maybe it just draws fire. That's all it does. You don't know.
What if everything you've killed, you have a staff that you can then call them forward as a pet? So like in the beginning, when inevitably you kill a skag, you can like take your shaman-ish thing and like blah, 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 blah. And now you call forth this skag, but you kill like one of the Borderlands people. And then all of a sudden you can call them forward. So you get to pick who your pet is.
That'd be interesting.
By killing them later on. And of course bosses, well, no, you know what? I think bosses should be able to. They're just instantly nerfed, you know?
Yeah, you'd have to tone them down for sure.
Or we'll just say it's like they're like, because
or maybe he's just a bandit wrangler and he just has a bunch of bandits that he has like somewhere that he can just
Matt,
summon.
We're getting dangerously close to human trafficking and I'll have no part of this.
Oh yeah, you're kind of, well, are they really human though, the bandits?
I don't think we should be having this conversation because I feel like if we answer the wrong way.
I mean, you have one that wants you to literally shoot him in the face.
Oh yeah.
I was saying, they're not really all there anyway.
He just needed his metal helmet, Matt. That's all that was.
That's right. Yeah.
He just needed his hat. Okay. I would play this game. I think this is a good foundation, Matt. I'm pretty excited about this.
I think I would love it.
And on that note, though, I think we are nearing the ending.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm out of gas, so I keep gasping. This is a very shocking episode.
Hey, Matt. Happy 6th episode, by the way.
Oh, happy 6th.
Happy 6th. All right. And I believe we do have one final spokesperson who wanted to make their appearance.
I do believe you're right. And it's from the Torque Corporation. Dan, you sound like you're getting ready for something.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, good news, Dan. Torque Company not only makes guns, they make diapers now. Were you aware of this?
I wasn't.
It's for all your little babies that have large explosions in their pants and they can't maintain them. But these Torque diapers can. Have you ever been sitting in a 3-hour-long movie and you're 2.5 hours in, you just gotta go, but guess what? You haven't even gotten to the plot twist yet, and your friends are jerks and they won't fill you in, and even if you did, they're really bad storytellers, so it's just like you just wasted the whole 2 hours, okay? Torque diapers will be there for you. Have you ever been in a corporate meeting and you gotta give a speech, but you gotta go? Torque diapers got you covered for any explosion. One size fits all. Of course.
I would wear them.
I'm wearing one right now.
Well, give me an explosion.
Well, I'm there. That was it. That's how good they are.
Wow. They even maintain the blast.
They have the silencer built right on in, so no matter how
Which is weird for Torque.
I know.
You think they'd have an amplifier?
Well, it's about, being able to wear them in the day-to-day life.
Oh, that's true.
The explosion is there, but only you get to feel it.
A nice little rumble.
The explosion's there, but only you get to feel it.
Torque, we're not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us, Torque.
Hey, yeah, fictional company, please just spend as much money on our show as possible. So thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah.
I think we're going to wrap it up once again.
Another episode.
I have been Dan. I am on Facebook.
I have been Matt.
I wasn't done yet.
He's on Twitter.
I'm not.
But he will be.
Well, we will be. Please look for
By
our
the time
show
this comes
on-
out.
Please look for our show on Twitter. I am Dan McCoy. I'm on Facebook. It's the guy who has 12 friends. You have to scroll down pretty far.
You got to scroll past the 2.
Matt's on Facebook. We'll have a Twitter up and going.
That's right.
Find us show. The show will
on
have
Showtime,
Facebook.
Netflix, Amazon.
Click, subscribe.
Click, subscribe.
Hey, by the time the show comes out, technology may have advanced.
Time out. Are you telling people to lick their computers?
I'm telling people
their
if they
phones?
want to lick their computers.
Or their phones?
I'm telling them if they want to. I'm not telling them no, but I'm also not telling them yes.
That can't be sanitary.
All right, friends. Thank you guys so much for joining in. We will see you all next week. Have a good one.
Bye.